Welcome back. It was a Friday afternoon that I did this. It was Ryan Condon's Out the Swift race. It's a personal best he tried to get on this race, which I actually achieved one of my personal bests on here. First of all, I want to thank Ryan for this, man. It was so many people in this race, so many YouTubers, just so many people to have fun with to ride up this mountain with. He beat me. Also that I rode with Roland. He was there, and he's one of the guys I used to race with. I wanted to get this video out. I was kind of hoping he had one out before this, and that way I can have an idea of how to do it. Because this is like a 90-minute race. The more than that for me. I did do it under 100 minutes, but man, what I'm telling you is this thing is long, so I sped it up quite a bit. It ends up being about a 22, 23-minute video with all the stuff I have in here. I'm doing a little commentary during the race, but right now, let's get into the race. This is a real long race. First of all, before we get started, I also want to thank a lot of the YouTubers. I try to put their names up here into the video. So there's a lot of them. If I missed y'all, then I'm sorry. There was a lot of us. And so I just want to put the name right there, man. And man, if you're not following Ryan, man, follow him. He's a great guy. He's one of the guys that inspired me to video my weight loss. So if you're getting a chance to follow him, man. He's a great guy. If you see any of these other YouTubers, follow them, man. This is a passion of love we like to do. For me, I want to motivate anybody else who's as heavy as I was. Like I say, when I found the scale to scale myself, I was 517 pounds. Right now, I went to the doctor today. I'm 380 pounds right now. I was actually able to get on a regular scale at the doctor's office that went up to my weight, that went past my weight, which was very exciting for me. So let's get into this race. And we're at 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. And that's, like I said, I sped this thing up quite a bit. This is a very long race, man. If you don't speed up, now you're gonna see something. Now, when we come to downhills, look at my position on this thing. My position on this thing is gonna be first for a while on a lot of things until we hit the mountain. But coming down the race and getting around to the mountain, oh man, I'm boss home, man. I'm loving this thing. Now I'm gonna tell you the only reason I really like doing the uphill on this thing is because you get to do the downhill, which I put at the end of this race. But the downhill was very, I tried to see if I can get over 100 kilometers on here. I'm gonna let you see, but actually, the truth being told, right now in this race, I didn't actually get over 100 kilometers. I hit it right on the nail. I think I was 0.5 away from hitting 100 kilometers. I have hit 100 kilometers coming down Out the Swift, but there's another mountain on here, another hill climb with, I think, a couple of 15% dips. And I know on that one, I hit like 115 kilometers. Now, as you see, I was number one coming into the hill climb. And then as we started to climb, you can see my numbers kind of fall off, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. I found a pace that was comfortable for me. If you look at my weight balance, it really never moved. I found this pace where my heart rate got to about 150. It stayed there. Once it got to about 150, 155, it kind of hovered right down. I wasn't pushing too much, and you can see mostly I was pushing about, I think I ended up averaging out like 300 watts, 350, right at 400, which was way under what I normally put out. But I had to find a comfortable spot, man, because no way was I going to get up this hill super fast. Now, for my personal best, you got to understand, I've done this hill about 6 times. I know I got my 5-time badge. So I've done it about 6 times. I don't look forward to climbing this Out the Swift. I do not look forward to climbing this mountain. It's not exciting for me. This is one of the things where I push myself outside my limits because all y'all know heavy people and heels don't match. So that's another reason I want to thank Ryan, man, because he took on this challenge and he challenged himself, which made a lot of us YouTubers and a lot of us people who are heavy and a lot of us who just want to ride challenge ourselves too. And knowing that we weren't going to be alone on this ride made it all the better. So as I'm climbing the ride, I'm looking for people to ride with, but I know I'm a bigger guy and I'm not putting out a lot of wattage. I'm for my size right now. I'm doing what I need to do to get up this. This is exactly what I'm doing. I'm staying focused on the hill. I'm not trying to rip. And I see Roland come up behind me, and I'm looking at Roland, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. Roland, man, you got on me about you said something about me being you on this. Roland was my whole motivation to get up this whole hill. Let me just be honest with you. I'm gonna put that in there. Roland was my motivation to get up this hill. Roland, I want to thank you. Every time I see your little green sign come up, I just had to keep pushing, man. You was the sole reason I finished this race. I almost gave up, man. I do not like doing this. Roland, I'm being honest with you, man. Thank you for being behind me. Thank you for riding this race, man. You always give me encouragement when I'm riding. So I want to say thank you to you, man. I also want to, I keep talking about Ryan, man. Ryan has commented on my videos. Also, Don't Get Dropped Eric. He has commented. He's really been motivational about me doing this. Man, it's so much, this community is very close niche. It's not a community where there's not a lot of gatekeepers. I know I've said that before, but it's really a nice community. I'm kind of a, how can I say it? I'm kind of a irregular for this because even on the streets, when I look outside, I don't see people my size ride. So that's the issue you have with me, and a lot of things, a lot of the stuff for these events, as far as the equipment that we use, it's not really made for me. It's made for a little bit lighter than me. I'm getting the weight down. I'm working hard, trying to constantly get better at this. But there's things that I do on here that some people used to come in and go, well, you know where you can do this, know where to do. I've been on a trainer, and I like a trainer. I'm going to get one. The thing is that I know that I want to go and get a quad bike, or I want to get a true, I've got the other bike. If I remember, I'll put it up. If not, you know, I'm doing this video and trying to get it out this Sunday. I was going to ride today and try to do another Stage 3 Seaside Sprint, but I kind of, on this race right here, I think I pulled something in my thigh, and it was just sore. And I just told myself, don't risk hurting yourself. I just wait till Monday and just do the next event that comes up, the Stage 4 event that comes up. I just do that Monday, and I just be happy with it. But I really wanted to go out to Stage 3, but I don't hurt myself and then be down for 10 days. So I figured I get a good stretch in the day, later on the day, and I'm gonna do a meditation, 30-minute meditative switch with the Peloton mirror. And I think once I do that, I'll just kind of sit back for the weekend. Now, like I was also commenting on this hill climb was hard. And like I say, with Roland behind me, it made it easy, man. It made it easier, I'll put it that way, because I was like, okay, I just want to stay ahead of him to kind of get the motor. I said, if he catch me, I got to stay with him. But while I have a little bit ahead of him, I must stay ahead of him. So I just kept kind of pushing up this hill. Man, yeah, a lot of people, I know a lot of people do Albert Swift, man, but as a bigger guy doing this, it is hard, man. It's a mentally draining. Now, when I'm doing this hill, and as I'm going up this hill, there's a spot in here that I don't know for anybody else, but for me, it's like a mind game where it kind of like mentally takes you out of the race. You see, I stopped there once in a while, man. I was literally pushing myself, man. You'll see me stop here and there, and I look down and see Roland go slowly catching up. Roland, you'll get talking about a lot in this hill climb, man. I see Roland pulling up on me, man, and I can't let him catch me. I can't let him catch me. And I just get back on and I ride again, man. And I want to say thank you to everybody who gave me thumbs up. Oh man, that it gave me the motivation. But there's a spot in here. I don't know for anyone else. I'm trying to hold on to get there so I can actually show you what I'm talking about. But for anyone else, there's a spot in here where it just wants to beat you down. It wants to let you know this is what you're doing, and right now, mentally, we're gonna see if we can break you. And that's what it felt like. Even with Roland behind me, I was like, at that point when I was made that spot, I was like, man, I just wanted to give up. It was tough, man. These things are, I don't know how hard I could have pushed even harder, but if you notice, my heart rate is about 150, 160. It stayed in the 150s about the whole thing. And for me, as a long endurance race, now I've done 100-mile rides. And I usually do them on Saturday with I want to say DBZ, if I can remember correct. If I remember, I'll put it in the spot on here. I don't really remember it, but you can see here, every once in a while I would stop and I would just take a sleep. I'm telling you what I'm stopping for. Those are me going, do I want to keep going up this hill? And you'll see it a couple of times. And when I stop, I'm literally looking at the game, looking at the thing going, okay, one, I just act like I just lost connection and quit. I really would. People don't quit on yourself. That's the one thing. This is very uncomfortable for me. I'm just being truthful with you. I wanted to quit so bad, and I just kept telling myself. And every once in a while, somebody would pass me, and they would give me the thumbs up, man. And by doing that, they keep you motivated to keep going, and that helps out a lot, man. But like I say, there are spots on this hill where I stopped and I was literally contemplating, hey, look, man, I just gonna give up. And I would look up there and see I only got 5.6 kilometers to go. I see I'm at 67% done. And I still was thinking about quitting. And I would look down, and when I get ready to quit, I look down and I see Roland's little green light pop up, letting them know on sauce, when you're favored with people, you got people you like to favorably ride. They show up as green on that little scale letter over here on the orange. I mean, the red right here with the 12 kilometers on here. It shows up in green. So you got riding partners and you got people riding that you trying to keep up with. Their names show up in the green. And you see, like, people give me thumbs up, and that little thumbs up was a great motivator because I really wanted to quit. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, man, Ryan, you gave a great thing, man, but man, can I keep going at this? And I was like, you know, there gotta be another way. I just do this another day. I had a busy day. I don't really like riding in the evenings. I like riding in the afternoons. But every time you see me stop, that's me contemplating going, I really want to just quit this thing. And I'm being open with y'all, man, because I know a lot of people go, nah, man, I was all hyped up and I was gonna ride this thing to the end. I'm being real with you. These little thumbs up people gave me, Roland being behind me, it gave me the motivation to keep going, because any other day I would have turned around and enjoyed the downhill on this and called it a day. I've tried this now probably 15 times. Like I said, I've completed about 6. I know I got my 5-time badge, I'm pretty sure, but I would have quitted this thing. I would have even thought about it. I would have looked at it and said, okay, cool, I'm dead tired. Let me turn around and go down. But every time I look down, I see Roland. You see the RH right there in green. I would see him behind me, and I'm going, if he ain't quit, I'm not gonna quit. But this is the soul taker right here, y'all. Right here where it's nothing but snow. You can't see nothing else. You see the sky, but all you see is snow. I mean, the walls on the side of us, if this was real life, must be 15 feet tall. And this, to me, was the most agonizing spot to be. You see me, I stop, and I'm just like, man, this is a heart-taking part of this ride. This right here, this section right here, stuff. You see, I constantly stop, because I'm really thinking about quitting. You see Roland constantly getting closer and closer to me. I was really thinking about quitting this thing, man. That spot right there, to me, is the heart. Most of the time when I do this race and I hit that spot, that's where I quit at. That's the spot where I don't care if you got you at the sixth turn and you almost at the end of this thing. Right there, I will always look up and go, you know what, man? It ain't worth all the effort. Let's just call it a day and let's quit this thing. And I look down and I see Roland by me. And as long as Roland was still going, to me, I had no excuse not to keep going. So I look down and I see him behind me, and I go, okay, cool. I'm not, the whole motivation for me was I want to beat him up the hill, first of all. But second of all, if his thing goes away, I probably quit. If his little green thing pops off the screen, he leaves the game, quits the game, I probably would have. I really do believe, because I was using him as the sole motivation to get up this hill, man. I was like, Ryan is up there in the 150s. They're way ahead of me. I can't touch them. I'm sitting back with Roland, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stick with him, and we just gonna ride up this hill. Now, I kept going. I kept pushing. We got 2.6 kilometers left. Man, we at the 0.4, and I'm near the 4th turn, and you start to kind of feel, okay, cool. I'm starting to feel, okay, cool. I'm at the end of this thing, man. But it's mental with this hill. That's why a lot of people don't like doing it. It's a very mental thing. This is a very, it's a very heart-wrenching thing, man, because this mountain does not want you up on top of it. It doesn't. It doesn't want you up there. It wants you to turn around happily down the hill. And I'm just being honest to me. Thank you, whoever gave me the thumbs up. I'm gonna constantly say that because I needed that motivation to finish this race. And you can see me constantly climbing. I'm looking over at the thing, and the thing tells me I got 1,047 meters. Even though you can't see it, I had memorized it. I saw it so much. I just kept looking at it. I kept looking at my number going 895, 800, and I just kept climbing off every meter I climbed to get to that 1,047. And you see, and now when I'm stopping, it's just I'm tired. My heart rate, a comfortable spot to push. You see the weight balance is not moving. It's not broken. Trust me. When I get up the top and I decide to come on down, that thing does move because I sail past my normal weight balance. Now right here, well, man, I'm just trying to finish this thing. I really was trying to push, and I just couldn't wait till the kilometers went down to the meters, and then I knew, okay, once it gets down to the meters, all I gotta do is finish it out there. And I'm pushing up the hill, and I'm God, this thing was, it was aggravating, man. It was just, whew. Y'all hear me struggling watching back the video of this ride up this hill. I'm even anticipating to the end of this hill while I'm watching it on the screen. This is how aggravating this hill was. This is outside of my comfort zone. I'm looking at it. We're getting close to the end. Roland is right behind me. And I was like, I gotta keep going. I just gotta keep going. I just gotta keep going. I just gotta, and I could beat him. And Roland, man, thank you, man. Thank you for not giving up, man. Thank you for not giving up on yourself, man. Thank you for pushing yourself so hard, man. And by you pushing yourself, it pushed me. I don't know who was up with you in your little group, but I just kept, it just gave me the incentive to keep pushing. The little thumbs up, man. Y'all don't understand how much that means when we're going through something that's really hard on here, man. Mentally, this hill tries to break you. Like I told you, in that one spot where it's nothing but snow, like 15-foot walls. I think this thing is built to mentally break riders trying to get up the top of this thing. So thank y'all for giving this. So what we're gonna do, we get to the finish of this race right here. But what I'm gonna do is, I should have timed it a little different, but what we're gonna do is time in to come down. Now, I know a lot of people asked about me coming down before, so it was a long time ago, but I'm gonna go ahead and as you see me wind up, I was trying to get it up to like 45 kilometers or 50 kilometers before I hit the downhill and then see what happened. You can see me rolling on this thing. I'm pushing. I should have waited a little longer. This is why I think I kind of pulled something in my leg. My leg just said, man, I'm tired. So I'm going ready to go down the hill, and I'm, see where I'm at, and I'm tired, and I kind of let it come down. And I should have just waited a little longer, and then as I hit the hill, I'm not even pedaling no more. I pedaled in to try to get it up some, and you're gonna see that thing go to 0, and I'm not even doing anything anymore. I'm just sitting there watching, and I noticed that most of the people were doing like 70 kilometers coming out. This is what my weight does on hills, and that's why a lot of times the races for me are won on. You see, I get to 90, 92. I tried to hit 100 kilometers, but I never quite got there. I really tried. I really wanted 100 kilometers coming down. I'm gonna ride this over there. You can see it counting down to the bottom of the hill. And as I'm coming down, I'm really, really excited about what I'm doing. You see the numbers count down of how high I am. I love this. One thing I love about this is with the one I have it on here, it counts the altitude going up and the altitude coming down. So as I was climbing, it was letting me know how close I was to the top. And as you see it, then you know how close I am to the bottom over there where it's going down from 700. And I'm looking for, there was one spot that if I would have did it just right, I probably could have got about 105, 110, somewhere in there. You'll see it as I come down this hill. This is the most exciting part about this race. But if you look at everybody else average coming out of the hill, I'm about at least 7-8 kilometers faster than everybody. And when somebody's in the 70s and they get up to the 80s, I'm in the 90s. And this is what gets me on win on a lot of races. And I got announcements coming up on my next, I'm putting a stage 3 sprint out on Tuesday, and I'm gonna have an announcement on. Now I normally don't put out 2 videos in one day because a lot of times that second video don't get a lot of views, or that one gets ignored by the first. So I drop them between each other. Hopefully I can do stage 4 Monday And that'll be correlating with what I'm doing on stage 3, talking about for that announcement on that video. But as you see, I'm coming down. We had 350 meters almost coming down this hill, and there's a spot on here where I actually almost hit 100. I mean, I was doing pretty good coming down, but it's a super long stretch on here where I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna try to get 100. And you could, and if I would have did it, if I would have pedaled into that spot, I probably would have got it. But by now, I'm just tired. In fact, I'm standing next to the bike. I'm not even. I don't think I got back on the bike just for a moment when I saw I hit the straightaway, and tried to pedal through it and get it up to 100. And you see me right now trying to get back on because I'm trying. I realize, okay, I got 100 meters left. Maybe I can get it up to 100. So what I do is I start pedaling into this thing. Once I see that I got a nice little long and late open spot to go for here, and I get back on the bike, and I put into it, and I try to get 100. But we're at the bottom of this thing, and that was it, man. Thank y'all for watching my video. Thank y'all for supporting me. Thank you, Ryan, for this, man. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Eric, Lee. Don't get dropped. Y'all watch their videos. Great people to watch. Thank you, Roland, man. Thank you for riding this, because you gave me the motivation to finish this thing. I'm excited to do this. I hope this hill never comes up, Ryan. If you'll do it again, I'm going to act sick. With that, ride on.